Ampero 2 is a super cool unit. I have been really loving using this, and it has been optimized for live playing, and it does such a phenomenal job of that. One of the really cool questions which came in was whether or not this can be set up so that one set of outputs can go to front of house with the cab simulation or an impulse response, and another output can go out to a power amp and a speaker cab without the impulse response or cab simulator. It can totally do that, and in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And if you'd like to check out the patch that I created to do this, then there is a download link in the description box below, and if you'd like some more sounds, then I have a full pack which is available from my web store as well, which you might want to check out. If you'd like some more tips about how to get this set up, then I have two more videos which you might want to check out. The first one shows how to create a patch on here from scratch and assign scenes. That's a really cool one to get you started. Or you can check out another video where I show how to set this up with 2 amp blocks and 2 impulse response blocks as well, so that you can switch between, let's say, a Fender amp with an Alnica Blue speaker and then go to a diesel amp with a 412 with Celestion greenbacks in it. That's a really cool one, so you should definitely check that out. All right, let's get going. Let me show you how to set this up to play live, where one set of outputs goes to the front of house and another output goes to a power amp and a speaker cab. Let's get going. The routing possibilities on the Ampero 2 stage are really cool, and there are various different setups that you can do on the Ampero 2. You can do parallel processing, you can do Y to AB, AB to Y, serial, etc. And it means that you can split the signal off and send one side to front of house to the PA with an impulse response already loaded into there, and then another signal which is dry without the impulse response on it going to a power amp and a speaker cab or an FR speaker or something like that. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did it on my Ampero 2 right now. So if I go to the screen here, I'll first show you the setup that I have. So on the Ampero 2 stage, what I did was I went to the templates and I actually picked Y to AB because I wanted the same input coming in, but I wanted 2 different outputs to go out. So in my signal chain here, I have a drive pedal, an amp, an impulse response, and 2 delays and 2 reverbs set up. And you'll notice here as well that there's a little node which splits off just after the amp and before the impulse response. So how the signal is routed here is my guitar comes into the input there, then goes into the drive pedal, which is switched off right now, then the amplifier, and then the signal splits off into 2 parts. One part goes to my impulse response here, then a delay and a reverb, and then the split signal goes before the impulse response into another delay and reverb, which are actually a duplicate of the delay and reverb I have at the top there. And on the top here, I actually have the output from the Ampero 2 stage routed to the unbalanced output. And at the moment I have the unit plugged into my Mac via the USB-C cable, so you'll hear it through Logic as my virtual PA essentially, or front of house. Alrighty, the second signal path is going to this output here. Now if I click that, you'll see that the output is to the FX send. What this allows me to do is to plug in a cable into the FX send, which is down here, and then run the cable to a power amp and my speaker cab. And today I have it plugged into my Hotone Loudster amplifier and my Gensbenz 412 cab. I'm going to show you the sound in a second, and you'll hear it through the microphone on my my camera here. But first, let me show you the front of house. So if I head over to Logic here, you'll see that I've got 2 channels set up here, and I've named one front of house and the other one power amp speaker cabinet, or FRFR. And automatically the Ampero 2 is sending the signal from the unbalanced to the front of house channel on Logic here, and it's sending the FX send signal to the power amp speaker cabinet, so you'll get to hear that as a dry signal without the impulse response. It'll just be the amp and also the delay and the reverb. But first, if I play my guitar, you'll hear that I've actually got a full range sound with an impulse response. So imagine that going into the front of house. Sounds fantastic. Alrighty, what I'm going to do is switch over on Logic now, and I'm going to mute the front of house and unmute the power amp speaker cabinet or FR channel. Now this is what's coming out of the FX Send. Which sounds like a fuzzy, horrible mess right now because there is no impulse response on that signal, but there's not supposed to be. And the whole idea is that that signal from the FX Send is going to my Loudster amp. So if I go to my Loudster amp now and turn the volume up and play now, you'll hear that it sounds pretty good. And that's how I've set it up, as a virtual wet dry, and I can actually combine the two. So if I unmute my front of house and then turn down my cab a little bit here, I'll actually have it coming from my speakers, which you can't see because my camera's on top of the speakers, and also from my guitar cab as well. Which is super cool. So that's how you set up the Ampero II Stage for live playing if you want to send the signal to front of house and to a power amp and a speaker cabinet as well. One of the things that you do have to think about is how much DSP power this uses. So I have a simple setup here and it works fine, but I can't add any more effects because the DSP has been used up. So that is a consideration when setting it up. The other thing that you can do is combine it with scenes, which is a really powerful feature on the Ampero II Stage. So in scene 1 here, I have the sound that you've been hearing. And that's just coming through my 412 here, which just sounds glorious in this room. I hope you can hear it through the camera microphone as well today. Alrighty, so if I go to scene number 2 here, then I've set up a cleanish sound. So if you notice on my amp, the gain is down to 4 now. So if I go to number 1, the gain is on 24. So on number 2, it's a much cleaner sound. So again, just coming through my 412. On scene number 3, I have a lead sound. Which is perfect, and then I can switch between the scenes as and when I need to for a rhythm sound, a clean sound, and a lead sound. Very versatile. So there you go, guys and girls, that's how I set this up to play live, where one set of outputs goes to front of house, the other one goes to my little power amp there, the Hotone Loudster, and my 412 right in this room. Sounded so good in here. If you would like to check out the patch, then I will leave a link in the description box below so that you can download it. And like I said, if you would like some more sounds, then check out the pack that I've released in my web store as well. And check out the full review if you'd like all the details about the Ampero II Stage. Alrighty, if you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when new videos are going to be coming out. And have a wonderful day and enjoy your Ampero II Stage. Have a great day, guys and girls. See you later. Bye.